Elementary School on 26th Avenue, about 20-something blocks from here. We were part of the Children's March. And we marched down here for 3.5 weeks. I don't usually, when I see children, y'all make me want to talk. I don't usually talk about that. But the reason you're able to go where you all can go today is because there were people that died, that were beaten by dogs, beaten by the police, and every unimaginable thing you can think of. But we made it through. Many of us are still here today, just as I am now sitting in front of you. Young black children, y'all got to wake up, open your eyes, keep your eyes and ears open and your mouth shut, and you'll achieve great wisdom. Don't forget that. But there are people gonna come after you after we leave. It's not gonna be anything nice. They're trying to kill your history. They don't want you to know it, because what happens if you don't know your history?
You repeat it.
You're bound to repeat. You're bound to repeat. So you all need to pay attention. Watch the news, listen to everything they say, and also listen very carefully to what they're not saying.
Right.
Y'all got that? Y'all got that, young people?
Yes, sir.
Young black people, I love young black people. I work with children every day. I'm a high school coach, and I love working with children. I'm headed down to the Civic Center in a few minutes. As soon as I get through talking to y'all, I'm getting out of here. And watch basketball the rest of this day. But if y'all have any questions, let them. This church that you're sitting in right now was all established in 1873. 1873. And in this church, there was a school established in it called First Colored High School. That school is now known as A.H. Parker High School, which I am a part of myself. See that big P on his pretty purple and white hat? That's us. Love that purple and white. We bleed it. We bleed it. But that school was started out in the basement of this church in the late 1800s. We don't know exactly when. I'm in the process of trying to find that out right now. Because, as I said, our history gets distorted sometimes. Sometimes it gets distorted by us.
Right.
By us. A lot of history was thrown away in this church. That we're trying to recover today, right now. Y'all got any questions? Young people, and listen, with me, there's no such thing as a stupid question. I don't believe in that. If you ask a question, I'm going to answer it.
Tell us more about the Children's March. You said you were 11 years old. Can you tell
Yes,
us
ma'am.
about it?
What you want to know?
What was it
You
like?
wanna know- you want to know what we frightened?
Yes.
No. Absolutely not. I don't remember anybody being afraid. As a matter of fact, on the way down here, I can't tell y'all some things we were saying to each other, but kids joke around, and we joked around all the time. And when we got down here, we got to business. But I don't remember anyone being afraid. I don't remember anyone turning around and going back. And make no mistake about it, there was thousands of children down here. Don't let nobody tell you it was hundreds.
Okay. Now, they talked about the children being placed in different locations. Were you arrested during the period, and where were you taken?
I was taken downtown, but they let us out early because we couldn't, the fire marshal had relayed to Bull Corner. Now I found this out years later now. I didn't know this that day, but Bull Corner told, the fire marshal told Bull Corner, Eugene Bull Corner, that the jails were way past the fire code. Way too many people in the building. So that's why some of us got out that day. Some didn't get out till 3 or 4 weeks later. Yeah. Because, look, they were holding them in jail because they were trying to find out who their parents were. Now, what was the purpose of trying to find out who the parents were? Because their parents would have repercussions on their job.
Right.
I have a question.
Okay, you ready? Yeah, they with y'all? Yes, please.
He said, oh, I have a question as well.
Yes.
So after the bombing took place here, how long did it take for you guys to rebuild the church? And how did you feel that impacted the community? Like, was everyone's heart very heavy? Like, I know it was heavy, but you personally, how did you take care of your child as well?
We were all angry, hurt, a little bit confused because we never dreamed that they would attack the church. Now that's the one thing that everybody thought was off. And it was a powerful bomb because it blew a big hole in the side of the church. But guess what? Money came from all over everywhere to fix that hole in that church. From everywhere. And so it didn't take long, it wasn't long, the church was back in operations.
Did you guys go to a different church while this?
Went down the street to L.R. Hall. It's a place, like an event center. That's what it was used for. But that's where we had church until they finished this. And it wasn't. It didn't do as much damage as you would have thought. No, we weren't coached, we just knew not to do that. Yeah. Because that would be the first question they asked.
Right.
And we would tell them, we don't know. And stuck to it.
Were you also in the room? I heard them say that they had a thing for the children where they were telling them how coaching them how to be civilized or how to represent themselves.
Well, they told us not to be. Yeah, that was done at different churches all over the city. The purpose of that was to keep us from being violent, but it didn't quite work. Because believe me, there was a lot that happened during those 3 weeks that you have not heard about in history books. And you never will, unless you talk to someone that was here, that was down here. I spent a great deal of time down here because this was the what we call the Negro District. And my father was one of the downtown cats, and he had me down here with him all the time. So
How do you feel now? Like, with everything has changed, like with the world is always changing, how do you feel like, you know, do you feel like it was all worth it, like in the end, or do you feel like sometimes it was
yeah, I feel like it's worth it when I see people like you guys, you young people, but then also I feel like it wasn't worth nothing every time one of us kill each other. Then I have a problem. Because I just, then we just wasted our time. We could just let it stay like it was. At least before then, we were together. Well, close-knit people. Now, yeah, great division.
Excuse me.
And I got a problem with this man.
They talk about the 4 girls that were killed. Were there any other people injured? Was it just segregated to one part of the church and the remainder of the church were not impacted? Were there any other injuries or?
Yeah, there was a few people injured up here with glass, because that one of that, well, part of that one of that blew out in the face of Christ. Blew out of it, so it was a little some minor injuries. See, when the report first came out, they told that it was said that the church was bombed and no one was killed or injured. That was the first report, because it was about 2 hours before they decided to walk in that big hole downstairs there, where y'all see that little memorial. That's where the hole was. So it took them about 2 hours to walk in there, because many times they would set 2 bombs. And the second charge would be to get the people that coming in to see what's, and check on everything. So it's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours went by, and then finally they came back and told us the girls, when they went in, they found all 4 of the girls lying on top of each other.
Was that a specific location, like a bathroom or?
They were yes, it was in the restroom. Yeah. They were late getting to Sunday school, so they didn't want to get fussed at, so they went to the lounge, to the restroom, and was sitting in the lounge area. It was 5 girls in there all total. And the 5th girl survived. She was back in the urine area.
Is she still alive?
Yes. Very much so. Yeah. She no longer goes to this church, but she comes down there once in a while. Good morning.
I want to start first by saying thank you for your time.
Yeah, because I'm finna get out of here. I love you little children, but I got to go.
One question, you mentioned unity then versus where we are today.
We're a long ways off.
How do we get back to where we were? Can we get back?
That's a good question. Because even back then, you see 95% of the children that you saw came out of the poorest neighborhood. Upper middle class blacks didn't feel like it had anything to do with it. So they did not allow their children, now not all of them, but a huge percentage of them didn't allow their children to participate. And some of them are my friends there, and they'll tell you what their parents say, you know, hey, that's got nothing to do with us, don't go down there, blah, 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 you know. So Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all ain't gonna get no free tour, get out.